go!
Jey Uso has readied himself for this Intercontinental Championship #1 contender finale, the Fatal 4-Way. Here's the next participant.
The following is an Intercontinental Championship #1 Contenders Tournament Fatal 4-Way Finals Match! Introducing first, from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 210 pounds, Ilja Dragunov!
Massive opportunity for Dragunov. Remember, he had a chance to work his way towards a championship opportunity the last time he shared a ring with Jey Uso. He lost in the quarterfinals against Jey in the King of the Ring on May 13th. That was right here on Monday Night Raw.
This man has a gold-laden history in NXT UK and in NXT. It's only a matter of time, in my opinion, until he grabs gold here on Raw, and he might get one step closer with victory tonight.
This may be the busiest guy on the roster.
Making his way to the ring from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne!
He keeps those boots right near the front door. Last week, he got himself involved on NXT No Mercy in Denver. Then the next day, Monday Night Raw in Denver. Back down to NXT. Now here in Calgary for Raw. Promises a beatdown at Trick Williams for #1 status tomorrow night on NXT. If there's action, if there's a chance, Pete Dunne wants it.
Well, Pete Dunne came out tonight nursing that jaw. He's already been in one brawl this evening against the Celtic warrior Sheamus, who reacquired that shillelagh that Pete Dunne stole from him. I'm sure that one's going to continue. That's a beef that is not going away anytime soon. But you're right, Joe. If there's a fight, write Pete Dunne's name on the card. He's up for it.
3 of our 4. And now the biggest of all to close out this Fatal 4-Way finale for #1 status.
And their opponent, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman!
The one big SOB earned this spot, replacing Big Bronson Reed when he was able to attain a pinfall victory. But it is amazing that we're even seeing him, considering things that have happened in recent weeks.
Well, Braun Strowman looks in a hell of a lot better shape this week than he did last week. Those ribs that were smashed up by Bronson Reed seem to have recovered massively.
Recovered enough to throw out the first pitch with the Brewers last Wednesday night. And now, will he have that kind of big smile and flex at the conclusion of this? Fatal 4-Way, here we go for a chance to get after the badass Bron Breakker and fight for the Intercontinental Championship.
We need a #1 contender. We're getting one tonight. And if Braun Strowman managed to pull off a victory last week, despite those battered ribs, when he looks in way better shape this week, he has to be the danger man in this match.
Pete Dunne goes right to the body, and then a kick to that midsection as well. He's targeting those ribs that were so damaged back on Raw when Bronson Reed had the tsunami onto the card.
See, they're still taped up, moving a lot better than last week. There's clearly still an issue, and Pete Dunne smartly testing him out early, but eating that security barrier was the ribs of Strowman, who was slowed down immensely.
Jey up and over.
And this is where Pete Dunne excels. One-on-one, slowly decimating an opponent, picking him apart. Small joint by small joint.
Excellent technician and explosive athlete is Dragunov. You got a glimpse of it there. Running knee into the corner against Pete Dunne.
Just intensity off the scale, fierce and fanatical. That is the approach of the Mad Dragon, Ilja Dragunov.
Able to counter Jey, but not all the way. Pete Dunne sends Jey Uso up and over. And now he's left with the monster. Fatal four-way. Winner is number one for a title shot opportunity against Bron Breakker.
And would it behoove the likes of Dunne et al. To gang up on this big monster, but Dunne's doing it on his own. I don't care how big and strong you are, your fingers are weak.
Are you kidding me? He sends him flying. It went from joint manipulation to a military press launch. You see them teaming up on Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman breaking free, the former Intercontinental Champion, trying to reclaim an opportunity. This is a #1 contenders match. Fatal four-way. Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett with you ringside here. Monday Night Raw from Calgary.
Right now, it's like lions trying to take down a rhino. It's the only chance you got.
Wow.
You gotta gang up, and it still might be enough, but that might do it. Jey Uso trying to save himself, darting out of the way of Braun Strowman, and Strowman's shoulder hit that pole hard.
And Dragunov goes out and over. Roll up now, Pete Dunne. The cover and a kick out by Jey Uso, who is longing to get himself back in position for a singles championship. He has yet to claim one.
This is the point of the match. All four competitors are hurting.
Big uppercut.
They're all in a bad way. They're all exhausted. This is where mistakes happen. And this is where, if you're savvy enough, if you're on the ball enough, you can capitalize and get yourself an opportunity at goal.
Pete Dunne trying to put himself in position for his first singles title match since coming to the main roster of WWE.
This place is going to explode here.
Right hand is parried, and the technician takes him down, and right back to the joint manipulation goes Pete Dunne.
It's what Pete Dunne does best.
Oh!
This is what the big SOB does best.
Dragunov from the top rope.
And inherently, that's the danger of a fatal four-way matchup. There's always someone attacking from the blind side.
Winner goes on to challenge Bron Breakker for the Intercontinental Championship as they team up again on Strowman, and he gets blasted into the steel stairs.
Well, it took several attempts of this trio to take the big man down. It finally seems to have worked. Now is your opportunity, Dragunov, Jey Uso, and Pete Dunne. Who can capitalize first?
And of course, Dunne wastes no time in slamming Jey right into Dragunov and sending Dragunov into the ring. Into the cover, hook of the leg to fight for the championship, and the kick out.
Pete Dunne just carrying an aura of casual menace everywhere he goes. Take another look at this. From technician to power moves in the blink of an eye, as well-rounded from bell to bell as they come, and he smells victory.
What a moment it could be for Pete Dunne. Dragunov with a chop. Nice edge right back at him.
Dragunov
and return fire.
Pulls out the Matrix, and it caught Pete Dunne hard on the side of the head. What else have you got in the tank, Dragunov?
Climbing up high. Oh, and Jey meets him with a super kick. Hook of the leg, Jey for the win. Kick out at 2.
All of that forward momentum from that leap from the top rope, and Dragunov caught hard on the jaw. Take a look at this. The precision, the back heel to the jaw of Dragunov from Jey Uso, who is simply laying in wait, ready to pounce. But the fact that Dragunov could kick out of that tells you what a fierce competitor he truly is.
And it just bent his body back, but somehow enough energy to kick out. What a fatal four-way. Back here to this incredible action, the fatal four-way finale to determine the Intercontinental Championship #1 contender, to see who will battle the badass Bron Breakker. Jey and Dragunov in the ring, but as we saw just moments ago, Pete Dunne took some damage, Wade.
Yeah, he's in a mess right now, but we have got an all-out brawl in the ring. Two men still standing. Can one of these two grab an opportunity at Bron Breakker's Intercontinental Championship?
Excellent offensive assault, hook of the leg, Dragunov, and Pete Dunne right back in there.
See, Pete Dunne, you mentioned it, he's been busted open, bleeding from the nose, but you know Pete Dunne, he ain't gonna care, not when an opportunity at gold is on the line.
Dragunov went to meet him with an elbow. Pete Dunne used that as an opportunity to get after those digits.
Simply sickening. A man in Dragunov who was as reckless with his own body in pursuit of victory as anyone I've ever seen.
Oh!
After
Braun
being
Strowman
down and out for the past 5 minutes, Braun Strowman is back.
And he is clearing house.
Like only he can.
Winner gets a shot at the badass Bron Breakker. And that one big SOB corner to corner, taking him out, thunderous, right to the chest.
Completely blocking out the pain from those ribs. Completely revived. One thing in mind, victory here. And then Bron Breakker comes next. Uh-oh.
He's going out there for the freight train. Round and round.
Someone's about to get flattened. And by someone, I mean 3.
Oh, we just sent Pete.
Right now, Braun Strowman needs to isolate one, get him back in the ring. Finish the job as soon as you possibly can.
Right into the barrier. Now he's clearing off our announce desk. Strowman's clearing it off.
Strowman's looking for some major damage.
Oh! Big Bronson Reed! Oh my! The guy who came with the tsunami weeks ago onto the car to damage Strowman just did it again from out of nowhere. He's writhing in pain.
Attacking the man who took Bronson Reed's spot in the triple threat matchup last week.
Unbelievable. Remember, there is no DQ. This fatal four-way continues on with Braun Strowman badly damaged right through the announce booth.
Braun Strowman,
Big Bronson Reed out of his mind.
has finished in this matchup. This, for me, has turned into a triple threat now, thanks to the annihilation by Bronson Reed.
Two massive, massive men just blowing apart the announce desk.
And one man walks away. Bronson Reed. One man lays down in devastation. That's Braun Strowman, whose chances of victory here just went up in smoke.
Meanwhile, Wade, what an opportunity with Strowman off to the side, writhing in pain for those competitors who remain in the ring right now. And it's Ilja Dragunov, who's never been in a match before like this level, never been in with Big Braun Strowman, against Jey Uso, who's seeking singles championship glory.
For the first time, Jey Uso, the greatest tag competitor we've ever seen, never won tag gold. Can he do it here?
Back and forth they go. Center of the ring. Chop after chop from Dragunov. Uso. What a spear! Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne's looking to steal it here. Hooks the leg. Pete Dunne. Oh! 2.9. So close.
Pete Dunne almost stealing it, to the shock of this audience. We know they want Jey Uso to win this one. Almost stolen at the death by Pete Dunne, but now Dragunov is down. And Pete Dunne lying in wait.
Calgary is loving it. Fatal four-way for a title shot. Pete Dunne and Dragunov. Dunne right on to those fingers again. He's been working them all night, and a kick to the head.
Just torturing Dragunov at this point, lining him up and getting ready to go in for the kill.
Braun Strowman is laid out. Big Bronson Reed did that. Jey Uso is out on the floor, and Pete Dunne is sitting pretty to win it and fight for a championship.
And remember, all four of these men had to win triple threat matchups just to get to this final. It certainly is not getting any easier.
Ground and pound. Dunne is in position.
Whoever wins this match have to go through hell to get there. And it's looking like Pete Dunne going for the bitter end. No.
Couldn't hit the bitter end. Big boot up top. Dragunov now. Ilja Dragunov. Edge bomb delivered. Uso clears it with a kick.
A timely super kick to the jaw, and now the drop zone is done.
Uso splash. Hook of the leg for the #1 contender. He's done it. He's done it. A major leap forward.
Your winner, main event, Jey Uso!
Claiming his first singles championship, that is the ultimate destination. And right now, it's within sight. Calgary Yeats, Alberta, Canada is loving it.
This place is going bananas. What an effort from all four men. The intervention of Bronson Reed proved pivotal. But the audience favorite, Jey Uso, here is where Bronson Reed arrived and destroyed Braun Strowman, that big SOB. And this is the moment where Jey Uso thought he had it won, only for Pete Dunne to arrive, attempt to steal victory, but Dragunov just had enough left in the tank. But even Ilja Dragunov had a great chance of victory. One big old H-bomb charged up, dropped onto the jaw of Pete Dunne, but one super kick later from Jey Uso, and then the big top rope splash. There was only one winner, and this audience went into raptures on the 3-count job.
Jey is longing for singles championship glory, but what stands opposite him is the badass, Bron Breakker.
My shine, they know it's my time. Let the world know I've arrived. I'm on the rise, unstoppable.